Wow, I've got double. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Hey, like I planned that or something. Yeah. Hey, let's get this thing started. I'm right over here, right? Hey there, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
Ah, there we go. Nope, it went and moved. I'll fix that. See, I've been moving around and redoing things in the office. How you doing there, friends? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it might be in your part of the world. Welcome back to the live stream. Today is October 21st, 2025, and we're going to write a little bit of code today. How you doing there, chat room? And look at that. We've already got a hype train going. 2.5 minutes left on that. Thank you so much for the resubs. Hello. Charlie is not running right now. Much to it's lying there in chat. Look at that. We hit 100% on the hype train. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let me bring over the welcome. We're right over here broadcasting live on Twitch and YouTube. We're not going to be doing that on Thursday. Let me get you up to speed. Let me catch up with you over here. Weird Beard Dev, happy Tuesday to you in Virginia Beach. Welcome in. Thindall, hello to you out there in Sweden. Mythin, thank you so much. Yes, whatever time it is in your part of the world. TMKDK, how you doing with the big wave? C# Titan, I am doing well. It's and there's a couple things going on that I'm working on, that I'm working through, and we're getting there. Hope you're having a good evening there in Melbourne, Australia. Patty boy, how's it going there? Like I said, I don't have Charlie working just yet because we're going to do some work on Charlie today. And quite frankly, Visual Studio is updating in the background also. Unhip Coder with the resub.
Coder just resubscribed for 53 months.
Thank you. Much appreciate. Oh my gosh. And C# Josh with 66 months.
Just resubscribed for 66 months.
Ooh. Thank you so much. 66 months, 5.5 years with us. That means a lot. Thank you. C# Titan had to rebuild their Windows 11 machine as a 25H2 update, buggered up the dock bar. That happened to me as well. My demo machine that I normally take with me to conferences, the Friday before I left, so this was 2 weeks ago, I updated my demo machine to, I applied all the Windows updates. Let's go, before we leave, let's apply all the Windows updates. We're here on the home network. We've got the fast network and all that. Just apply all the updates, install all the Visual Studio updates, so we're ready to go. And I rebooted, and there was no dock. There was no background. The desktop Explorer was completely gone. There was no desktop. There was nothing. The only option was to rebuild the machine. I literally had to take my demo machine, and the Friday before I was going to leave, I had to pave it, rebuild it, and get it all reloaded with all my demos. And it sucked. It was awful to be under the gun to get that done before leaving to deliver a series of I taught 7 lessons over 2 weeks, 2 full-day workshops. It was a lot, and I was under such a rush. It was awful. So Napalm with the 39.
Napalm Codes just resubscribed for 39 months. Front page, let's go.
Yeah, we got to talk about that because that is clear in our sights. New hat, yes it is, and who was it? Patty Boy pointing out FC Porto. Come back to that in just a second. Thank you so much for the welcome back, Patty Boy. Robson Previata with the resub. C# Titan with the resub as well. Codebase Alpha with the resub.
Just resubscribed for 17 months.
Oh man, thank you so much, friends. This is great. Thank you. So the hat command isn't working. We're going to be doing some work on Charlie here. catching up. How you doing, Billy? Cool. Yeah, at your desktop. All right. That's a thing. Aaron Doss. Hello. Good to see you, friend. So here's the deal, right? I was away for 2 weeks, and I like to make it a thing, and I'm feeling this more and more as I do travel. I want to get hats from local sports teams for the various places that I go to. I already have an Orlando FC Orlando SC, whatever, the Orlando football team, soccer team. It's the States. I'll call them a soccer team because it's the States. I already have a purple lion hat for Orlando SC. I think it's Orlando SC. I don't know. So no need to get one from there. But I mean, I was at Epic Studio, at Universal Studios. I didn't go into any of the parks. I did do several fitness walks from my hotel all the way down to the studios and walking around the area down there and coming back. And I lost 5 pounds over the 2 weeks that I was gone. Like, that's great. 25 pounds down. We're in good shape there. We're maintaining that 25. Let me get some music playing in the background here, and I'll talk a little bit more about how the last 2 weeks went, and then we'll dive into our project. I'm going to go with the Stream Beats Synthwave playlist today. Scroll down somewhere here. Somewhere, I don't know. Welcome Anarchy. There we go. That sounds fun. This is music that's DMCA free, royalty free. Listen to it wherever you'd like. There's all kinds of genres available. I like the synthwave because it's just groovy to have in the background. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for this music we're listening to today. So, I delivered 3 sessions on Aspire and Blazer in Orlando. One of those I co-presented with Scott Hunter. And when you co-present a session with Scott, he's kind of like, just put together a couple demos around the topic and we'll get together and we'll just show demos. And I'm like, that's not my MO. But okay. And we did it, and it worked. It was okay. I wasn't particularly happy with it because I think we could have done something a little more valuable. But I taught the full day Aspire workshop you've seen me deliver here on this channel. I taught that live in both Orlando and Lisbon, and I think it went well. Folks that had good feedback on it, and I feel good about that. But at the same time, delivering the workshop in a way that I'm delivering it kind of like I am here, where folks prefer that I just kind of walk through and talk through each one of the modules while I'm presenting and teaching it and do the live coding. In person feels kind of weird, and folks just kind of lean back and listen, and it's like, wait and see. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's more that I can do with that medium. I had 2 sessions in Lisbon, so I didn't even come home and stay home one night in between. I came home from Orlando, got in the RV and got in the truck, drove out to the RV, stayed at Penn State for the weekend, saw that awful football game that they had, American football game, and then drove home, picked up my stuff, went to the airport, flew to Lisbon. 2 sessions there, and then the post-con workshop. It was my first visit to Portugal. Had a great time. Really enjoyed it. I had a problem with jet lag the first 2 days that I was there. Like, I landed Monday at noon and taught my first class at 5 p.m. Like, that was cutting it close. I was not a fan of cutting it that close to my first session, but that's what I got to do, you know. I had a day off. I had Tuesday off, and then Wednesday I taught my second session at like 4 p.m. It was literally 1:30, and it was on how to use continuous integration with Aspire. I think it went well. It was a replay of a session that I had taught in Orlando, so I was pretty happy with that session. And then I did the workshop again on Thursday. Flew home Friday morning. As a speaker, as a workshop instructor, when you get done that workshop and it's 4:30, 5 o'clock on the day after the event, and there is nobody around, it's really flippin' lonely. Like, there is, right? You just went through 4 days where there's people everywhere. You walk down to the hotel lobby and your friends are there. There's folks that you've seen from the conference. There's things for the conference going on. But you get to 4 or 5 o'clock. It's the day after the end of the event. And it's like you've just been pushed off the edge of a cliff. Thanks so much. Goodbye. And, like, I can't fly out. So I've got to stick around for dinner and whatever. And there's nothing there. There's some of the other speakers are already taken off and gone and done whatever. And I'm like, okay. So grabbed dinner by myself out on the deck of the hotel restaurant. Had a cider from the bar and just relaxed and unwound that evening before my flight the next day. So, yes, the bloodbath on November 1st. That was an awful, awful game. And we're about to see an even worse one next week. Not this weekend, next week. Any updates on the visor? We should hear something. We expect to hear something tomorrow. And I'll explain why we expect to hear something. So, right, let me just review what they've been saying here. Yeah. Here's the deal. Right? The folks from Immersed were talking about, well, we're partnered with this other big company and we need to wait for them. And it was pretty much nailed down, revealed that they're partnered with Qualcomm, and they were using Qualcomm Space's operating system. Qualcomm, in a negotiation agreement with Google, deprecated their operating system and redirected folks to use Android XR, the new Android mixed reality operating system that Google's working on. Google was supposed to launch this back in the summer. Didn't happen. Rescheduled it for September. Didn't happen. Rescheduled it for October. They did their announcement, but the premier initial launch device is the Samsung headset codenamed Muhan. Samsung has a press release scheduled. I forget if it's today or tomorrow. And the device, Samsung's device, looks exactly like Apple's Apple Vision Pro. Like, exactly like it, except for the stupid eyes in the front of the headset. That press release, that demo is supposed to be, it's either today or tomorrow. I can't remember. I think it's tomorrow. But yeah, it's tomorrow. So we're waiting, and because Samsung is the exclusive launch partner, we're waiting, and we're going to see what happens after that, because Immersed is a tiny little shop that, while they've sold tens of thousands of devices, Samsung is the hundreds of billions of dollars launch partner. So we got to wait until at least after them. Does Microsoft watch the sessions I give? No, they don't. Nobody from Microsoft watches the sessions that I give at events. And they do not provide feedback then. The feedback I get and that I use to tune it is from you out there. Not even the people that I see in person. It's you out there when I talk about that content live here. Hey, Ellie Face, you have a meeting in a minute? Well, hey, thank you so much. We're going to be doing some prep for Thursday, and welcome you to come back in and see some of the prep that we're going to be doing later. So, I'm waiting for Visual Studio Update to finish. Literally, this is the longest Visual Studio update that I've installed in years, because I started it more than a half an hour ago before I kicked off this stream, and it is still installing. Not only that, but during its install process here, it uninstalled .NET entirely. Hey, Nalian, thank you for the resub. 28 months with us. So, like, Visual Studio completely removed .NET from my system. Completely. And I'm waiting for it to finish its install. Even though I told it to do an update, it uninstalled everything, and I'm in the middle of it right here. I don't mind flipping over and showing you where it is. We're not going to write any code until this thing is done. Well, that's not going to work. Oh, I know why that's... Give me a second here. That's not the... Because we were doing... There it is. Because I was doing work on Linux last time, I can't do that today or Thursday. I need to be on my best behavior for front page. So look at this. It's literally parked on installing the Win11 SDK. Like, really? No, I'm doing the 2026 update. And the dog is enjoying the echo of his voice in the bathroom. I thought I did this update a few days ago, but yeah, this is it's probably a big install. So I can't run .NET at all. It's completely, it removed it from my system. So I need to wait. Like look at this. It's not there. It's completely gone. That's right, it's a silly dog. Will you keep it down over there? Thank you. So none of the hat commands are going to work. None of the map things are going to work while we wait for this. And it's literally been parked here. And because it's updating the Win11 SDK, I'm worrying that it's going to make me reboot. Like, really? What? It's the shower. You're barking at the shower. That's where Daddy goes to get clean. Yeah, me. All right, off you go. Go lay down. Yes, he's going to be off and on. So, oh look, it decided to update and keep going. Thank you. So, yeah, here I thought, oh, I'll update this in the background and I'll continue working in VS Code. Nope, we're going to remove Visual Studio. We're going to move .NET for you. Code with Sean, hello.
Code with Cian just resubscribed for 64 months. Bared up, yo.
No. I'm right here. It's okay. Welcome to Fritz Talks to his dog off camera. Are you? I get it. You're done. Okay. So, you watched my session countdown to .NET Conf? That was fun. That was fun yesterday. I was on with the fellas on the On.net show and had a great time. He's been missing me? No. He's enjoying the sound of his voice. Is what's going on over there. Yeah, all kinds of app complaining .NET was installed while updating. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that. While this is updating 90%. Like, yeah. So, we will wait. Yeah, it just took a really long time. Do you mind? I'm working here. Anyways, So we did Porto, we did Orlando. I picked up. I used my little 8-inch mini laptop at both locations and on the planes, and it was amazing. Worked out so well. Sean saw the little laptop there. He was a speaker at Dev Intersection in Orlando. Had a great time. It is a great way to come into a stream, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Go lay down. So, had a really good time using that little laptop, and it's led me to some other ideas that I'm working on and putting together and vibe coding. I've now got like 7 side projects and things that I'm working on. I'm not going to do this all day. You can go back to your crate if you don't want to keep it down while I'm working. You need to keep it down. It's okay. No. No. Warm Peas with the resub. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We're trying to get our subscriber count there. Get it up a little bit higher. My goal is 200 here in a month. We've barely been over 100 in a few months. And I have a feeling that's going to change. I have a feeling that's going to change on Thursday. Yeah, still no .net. I'm going to need to reinstall this by hand. I'm going to need to reinstall this by hand, aren't you? And you better believe the Visual Studio team is not going to be happy with me. So I used the laptop. What else did I do? I really enjoyed using. I have a heavy Anker. It's the 25,000 milliamp battery. Was fantastic on my trip to try and to keep all the things charged, especially my VR headset. I had the VR headset with me and used that in the hotel room a couple evenings to get some work done, and just amazing to code in VR. I'm a big fan of doing that. Yeah, still nothing. This, you make me sad. Like, do I need to just open a new tab here? And you're gonna give me, it says there's a thing. Yeah, do I have it over here? Or am I, no. Right? Yeah, that works now. All right. So we should be able to do this and that, and we'll be able to get into our project here. Yep, doing all the restart, and I will be doing Git stuff at the top if I need to, if I'm not working in Visual Studio Code. So we're back. Oh my goodness, you haven't done any coding in way too long. Oh, we're going to be doing a little bit of that today. So a couple things that I want to make sure that I talk about and that I get you up to speed on. Thursday there will be a lot of things going on. I'm going to be starting early. For those of you on the East Coast of the States, I'll be starting at 7 a.m. That's noon UTC, because we're going to be on the front page. This is something that I've been trying to get for 8 years. And I have finally been granted front page of Twitch. So you better believe I'm going to be leaning in and looking forward to that. I need to open this in Edge. There we go. Yep. We're all connected to all the things. And clear out the question queue is going to be very valuable. That's right, front page of Twitch. Because of that, not map screenshots. There we go. Because I'm going to be on the front page of Twitch, because I'll be on the front page of Twitch, I will not be allowed to syndicate over on YouTube. Okay, so for those of you that are watching on YouTube, I love you. I like watching on and participating with you. Thank you for the celebration there, Patty Boy. Love broadcasting on YouTube. I cannot broadcast by Twitch's syndication rules. I cannot broadcast to YouTube on Thursday. There's going to be a lot more people here. There's going to be a lot. There are 6 carousel spots at the top of the Twitch homepage, and I will be featured in one of them from 7 a.m. Eastern till 3 p.m. Eastern. That's the width of right 8 hours. It is an 8-hour window that they will place me in. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to go all 8 hours. I'm probably going to be doing 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 hours. Hey, Unescu, 36 months. Thank you so much. 3 years with us. Really appreciate that. So I want to make sure the map can handle this. We've hit a number of tunings and tweaks that we need to fix, we need to get into here. I'm going to dig in and focus on some of those things. The AI, the way that it responds and interacts in chat, need to do some tweaking, some tuning of those interactions as well. Which reminds me, yes, there it is. So now the quotes should start working. What's one of the new ones that we did? I don't even remember who some of the new ones were. Look at that. My other project names are popping up, and let's do Marvin.
Your optimism is touching, Fritz. Also completely unjustified, but touching nonetheless.
This else if block here is just awful, and I want to turn this into, because dear
Your body
Lord,
cannot live without the mind, Fritz.
that's right.
Your code cannot live without proper architecture.
I see what you've done there. Because we're going to have so many folks here. Hey, Surly Dev, thank you so much.
Subscribed for 18 months. Congrats on the front page. I hope you have your mods on standby. Chat is going to be YIIULD.
So I'm going to have chat on slow mode. That's kind of a requirement for it. I'm going to have auto mod turned all the way up. And I'm going to put a global cooldown on the quotes so that one quote can be fired every 5 minutes across all the various personalities that are out there. So, yeah, this huge LSIF is just ugly. Will I announce this on Twitter and Blue Sky? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Is the map Blazor server? It is. That's right. Where did it go? I just had it here. What? No, I don't want you to restart. See, I told you it was demanding, isn't it? So I need to do some work to get the map, right? A little bit better prepared for receiving the influx of folks. Am I going to limit things like the hat command? Yes. The hat command is already limited. If folks hit it, it comes back and says, "Oh, I saw just a few minutes ago. This is what the state was." Let's do. Let me clean up this else if first, because this is the first thing here that's really bugging me. Let's create a quick list here. So let's create a quick work list here. Do I have the to do? We can. I can't remember if I put. Where is it? Well, we're going to find out in just a minute. It's been a while since I've done my to-do list here. I want to refactor the quote if, else, if block. No, that didn't come out right. No. No, I'm going to do this somewhere else. The to-do feature here isn't working quite right. Let's open Notepad. The other things I should share with you. My other podcast, Blazer Puzzle and Code It with AI, has been going very well. We're getting a lot more viewers on Code It with AI, and we're going to be doing more of those as we go through and do some interesting and fun things. So I want to refactor the quote if, else, if block. That's got to be easier to do. Set a global cooldown for all quotes. I need to investigate the ambient Charlie messages. Add a rate limit for the hat command. Actually, it should probably be all commands. Review the map. It's the Q code. Queuing requests to OpenStreetMap. So, other things that you're going to see on Thursday, slow mode. A lot more folks here. You're going to see high level of moderation. You're going to see me talking about tech at a slightly less sophisticated level. Okay, if you've seen the Gunner streams, I've been trying to keep those at a level where the muggles, the non-technical folks, will be interested and engaged. I will dive down and do some advanced tech things, but that's going to be a minimum compared to trying to get some of the non-tech folks interested in it. That's right, the muggles. Yep, right, War Peas. Like, respectfully, they're non-technical folks, and in that genre, in the Potterverse, the muggles are the non-magic folk. So I don't think it's insulting to say that folks are non-technical. They're non-developer people. Hey, Exceldro, hello. How you doing there? Right, is that the Twitch content? Was not at TwitchCon again this year. It's been 6 years since I've been to TwitchCon, and the pervasiveness and the damage that I saw, and I was already seeing this with the IRL streamers in 2019, the last one I went to. I don't think I'm going to be going back until they do something about the IRL streamers. Like, I go to tech conferences where I'm more well known and I don't get harassed like folks were harassed at TwitchCon. So, thank you, Shiver. Yes, it's going to be a little bit nutty. So I think, and I think there's some performance tuning for the map. I'm also wondering if yeah. So let's look at this as an initial block to work on here for the bot. Does that mean my gunner stream won't happen that day? No, so here's the thing. I'm going right from one to the other. I'm going to be doing a lot of streaming on Thursday. A lot. So, and then somebody decided to schedule a meeting in the middle of my stream, my front page stream from work. And I'm like, respectfully, I've been trying to do this for 7 years, 8 years. Like, I can't. Can we reschedule this and do it another day? So, Charlie does have an overlay for to-dos, but it's not working the way I expected it to. Yeah. So, I mean, that's a thing that I'm going to need to figure out. So, we'll get into there. Lots of coffee prepared. Oh, you betcha. Oh, you betcha. I was thinking about doing a hot wings challenge that day. Like, have the local Buffalo Wild Wings DoorDash some wings here to the house and have some fun with that. I don't know. And quite frankly, let me just double check. Yeah. Maybe. Let me see what I can do. But coffee's very much on the menu. You betcha. Also, the to-dos on the dashboard don't look right. We'll get back to fixing that. But the gunner stream I'm absolutely going to do. There's a lot going on there. And for gaming commode. We're going to... What else? I was going to... Think, Fritz, think. The updates that I'm going to be doing for the map, these will also help TagZap for .NET Conf. There's a lot that needs to be done for .NET Conf, and we are T-minus 4 weeks to the event. So after these two streams, I might even stream Friday morning and just do a TagZap development stream and like a focused development stream and not engage with chat and just have code in the background that you're watching. I might do that Friday. How is my Friday? What does Friday look like? Yeah. I might be able to make that work Friday and just do a really long stream Friday of just live coding on Tags app. Yeah, on .NET Live yesterday. That was a thing. So lots going on there. I have a number of bug reports saved into my Obsidian notebook over here. Let me get that open so I can take a look at that. Stand by. Where did we go? I've got a couple things going on here that are popping up. Yeah, where is come on now. No. I've got notes here. Nope, got that. Let me back into here. Look at my daily notes. Because I remember jotting some notes every couple days on this. No. I'm okay. Yep. The new .NET Watch with .NET 10, they tell me, is really good. We're going to be using a bit of that today. Because the RC2 is supposedly much, much better with that. Let me see. Here we go. No, you know what? I addressed those. I got a lot of these. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Pardon me for a second here. Pardon me. I have to take a look at one thing real quick, and we can dive back in here. Oh, I forgot to turn off my weather and shortcuts. All right. Let's see here. So, all right. Let's go back to the full screen. So the map is going. Part of me wants to address the zoom, like the zoom map, scaling, zoom, and visibility of locations. See if we can get that dialed in here. All right. Cool. So, some of these I think Copilot's going to buzz through and do for us very quickly. So let's see where we get. Let's see what gets resolved here for us. Like, I have these event handlers for on chat message received that the bot listens to, various features, right? I've basically set up features that when a chat message is received, go ahead and do your inspection and decide what to do at that point, how to react and push back and interact with the service. So, right, if it doesn't have a, if it isn't a request for a quote, yeah. Then, here we go in, then exit, don't do anything. If we're a moderator, then you can add a quote, or me, and then you can remove a quote if you're a moderator or a broadcaster. And then the various tests take effect here. And I'm going to get Copilot to refactor this into a little bit of functional code. Yeah. Easter egg triggers. Right? Oh, yes. There's a troll command. So. Clear that, John. Yeah, move this into the editor. Because you won't let me put chat on the left side. Because the left side is superior in every way. This is a massive and ugly if, else if statement. Refactor it to use an action dictionary. Yeah, see, the end, my sound effects aren't wired up either. Like, I have all the stuff to put that into Charlie, I just haven't configured it yet. Let's not even suggest that. Refactor it to not use this conditional structure. And be a bit more functional. So sounds just aren't configured in the new bot. The old bot had them, but this one doesn't. Yeah. Refactor into a more functional but maintainable approach. Good. Anyone else getting buffering? It's not coming from me. I haven't dropped any frames. And restream looks okay. So might be just the signal going across the ocean here. Hey Eric, good to see you. Command pattern with delegates. Yes, please. Like, and some of these might be really easy to set up. Ooh, look at that. Okay. That's not going to work. That's what you get for refactoring while you're telling it to watch the app. But the hat command won't work right now because it's choking over here. Yeah. Let's see how we do with that. Why are you building? Like, whatever. Let's see what it has.
The analysis is complete. FC Porto hat has been identified with high confidence.
That's right. No, I don't want you creating a simple test. So we're not initializing and starting. Why did you remove that? It created a record for a quote command handler, requires authentication, passing in a function that calls the chat message service and a handler and a personality trigger, cooldown key, category, time span, cooldown, and trigger words. Okay. It moved initialize and start down here and added initialize command handlers. And it's setting up. Why is it initializing it like that? Can't these be declared? When tech chokes, we all suffer, just ask AWS. Yeah. Day since it was DNS. 1. And then initialize the personality triggers. There they are. And the on-chat message received, this is just being wiped. And turns into, should this process a message? Try handling the direct command, try handling the personality trigger. If it's an Easter egg command, do this. If it's a colleague, do that. That's not bad. Certainly better. We should turn that off. I left BattleNet and Steam running, and I'm getting... Hey, your friends are playing commands, see? What? Okay. So, let's see. That should have reloaded over here. It sure looks like it did. Let it rerun. But that setup code up in here, like, yeah. Can't this method be turned into a dictionary initializer? What was that? They started putting sound effects into Visual Studio Code. due to file locking issues. Yeah, I know. Much cleaner and more functional. Good, go do it. And then we'll be able to come back around to the next item on our little task list here. And we'll eventually end up at the map and tuning how it works. We're on ads for the next minute and a half here on Twitch. If you're watching on the YouTubes, no ads. And a reminder, we will not be on YouTube on Thursday. There we go. New, and then, yeah, that's what I was looking for. Right, look, that... private read-only, right, so it's setting up the field, which is a read-only dictionary, initializing it with all the things. Now, where's that being used? Try handle personality trigger, and it looks through those. Okay. That looks fine. So that's running. Yeah, after you customize them, right. So that should work. That should work. Yeah, go ahead, restart. There we go. Have I got the map feature working in Tags app? It's, I need to finish wiring it up to the message handlers. So it's almost working. So if we do quote, let's do C3PO.
We see, I observe someone mentioned GitHub Copilot. Excellent tool for code completion. I, however, specialize in behavioral analysis and psychological evaluation.
So there's, that's something that we haven't experienced. The voiceover queuing, ambient message needs to wait until after, yeah, needs to be queued. No, text to speech needs to be queued. Yeah. Nope. But this is done, importantly. Sometimes I find Copilot can pull magic code that works well, at other times you give it something simple and it misses the mark by wanting to over-engineer it. I get it. I do. Let me see. All right, so global cooldown for all quotes. Fire up the voice dictation. We're going to have a lot of people visiting the channel on my next stream, period. I'd like to set an overall global cooldown for the quote feature so that we don't have folks triggering any quotes for a span of 5 minutes. So, yep, the Easter egg commands, there they are. So, Like, these things, I feel like it can go and do really quickly, and then we can focus on some of the other more interesting bits. Like, right, personality trigger words. Yeah, on chat message received, right? So, global quote cooldown, time remaining, minutes, seconds. That's fine. Doesn't say. I don't necessarily want those. Yeah. No. I don't want you. You're doing too much here, friend. All right. Cooldown status, cooldown cancel. I don't want those. I don't want that. But I do want to set. You found GPT-5 is not prone to over-engineering like Claude. Claude definitely over-engineers. Yeah. Remove existing cooldown if it exists. Add new cooldown. And then it replies to chat. I don't want that. That now isn't used. That's not going to be used anywhere. All right, so those two are fine. This, though, after on chat message received, I can go through and say, okay, now set the cooldown. Where is it? There it is. And I also want to make sure it isn't replying to chat again and again and again. Like that, so that this message isn't constantly firing. Right. I'm going to move you below first. So I think I need to update that. Yes, I am back home again. How you doing there, Smirking Squiggly? Have a throttle so that it doesn't flood chat. Yeah. So it's going to do those processing and process. What was it? Set global cooldown. And then this message. Hey there, Jean Valjean. Hello.
G80 just resubscribed for 71 months. Hello, hello.
Thank you so much. My goodness, 71 months. Ravnos, hello. Yeah, it's been a while. I am back. I'm back in the States, back in the home office and working again. How's it going, Chris Funk? Yeah, you are absolutely right. The responses from Claude are a little ridiculous, let me tell you. So that should help with limiting the quote feature from going a little nutty here. And actually, since I have hot reload on, it should have actually triggered. It should be triggering that, right? Go ahead, reload that, John. There we go. Go to my dashboard. Where's my dashboard? Yeah, that one. Yeah, and the map tour buttons are no longer visible. So that is an overall bug that we need to deal with. Map tour button is no longer visible. All right, so the global cooldown, I should be able to see it over here if we run a quote. So I will do C3PO again.
I've just been informed by my calculations that your last commit broke production. How unfortunate. For everyone.
Yeah. It did not set the global cooldown on that. So let's restart that. Yeah, look at that. Cannot reference the non-static field. Add quote, remove quote, select quote, get random quote. Well, that's why it didn't. Right? And if I make this static, like some of this is going to blow up. Really? Yeah. That's not going to work. Well, hang on. Oh, no, wait. I might be all right here. Can I do that as well? Where was it? You go away. Right? And select quotes, another one there. Hey, how'd you know? How are we doing on fixing that, John? Now only 20 errors. Ugh. Get recent quotes. Yep. That's already static. Mm-hmm. Rebuild that. 3 meetings later. Whoa, boy. Now I'm up to 26 errors. This isn't working well. Handle add personality quote. Right. Yeah, I am going the opposite way. Personality categories. Nope. Wrong search. Right. Execute Charlie command. No. There, we're going to run into this. That one's going to be a problem. Yeah, now up to 40 errors. I'm fixing things and it's breaking more. Let me roll that one back. Get the intimidation messages. That's a thing. Nope. And it wants to reach into the services. Hang on. I might be able to cheat here. There's only one of these. So I could do that. I could. Right? Yeah, fixing. Fixing it real good. All right, so back over here then. Wherever I was referencing this John right here. I can actually take you. Yeah. Yeah, I think I can. And then I can do it's so good. You still need to talk about spinning something up to catch the pics taken during the... Yes! Yes! Oh, that'll be a fun little project to do. Yes. So our friend Ellieface is standing up a little photo booth. And needs a little help with how it's going to take pictures and then upload and place them somewhere for folks to be able to download and interact with that. And it's my belief that a little Azure storage with an Azure functions front end, because Ellie knows how to trigger RESTful endpoints and push things to various endpoints using StreamerBot. So I think there's a couple things there that once it's up in Azure Blob Storage, then you can stand up a little front-end domain static website that just retrieves and shares them. So I think there's a couple of just simple pieces to serve that'll be fun to build. And quite frankly, I think Copilot can generate a lot of that for us. I gotta fix some of these errors that I threw in here. Ooh, look at that, down to 1. Read only is not valid for this item on what item? Line 19. Fine. Come on. Nope. 37 errors. That feels bad. Get personality quote with TTS. Go fix that. Right, now I can make this, oh no. What have I done? What? Sure, I can shortcut that, I guess. Building, yeah. Line 19. I thought I already addressed this. Do it again. Excited. Oh yeah. There's a lot that I can help you with there. Do you have a domain name? And then we can like subdomain to like photobooth.ellieface.com or something. Because drop me a line. I want to talk to you about something that I designed over the weekend that I think you're going to be really interested in. Like, drop me a line on Discord, and here, let me do this. And I'm going to bring it up and talk about it here on stream later. There's a public preview of what I'm building that I need for November. So, let me see here. So this is, cannot be assigned to, yeah. So that was over here. Right, static read-only field, that's 63, because I'm, where'd they go? Right there. Yeah, we can't release that, that's fine. Take the read-only off that. I can do that. Oh, look at the new features there. So continuing, come on. Oh my goodness, and it's hidden behind some of these things that are broken.
Dragon just resubscribed for 32 months. 32
Thank you,
months
Alu the Dragon. Appreciate it.
Message was taken down during the AWS outage. Please try again later. C# coffee Alu point.
Thank you. Is this .NET 10 RC? It is the RC, yes. So there you go, 10.0100 RC2. Quote feature 97. Quote feature. Oh my goodness.
McNet's just resubscribed for
McNet's with the resub.
months. Portugal is running out of hats this month.
I got to show you. I did get a couple other hats. While I was at Universal Studios, I got this from Super Mario World. Now, I didn't know this. Right? You see the kanji there? It's not going to answer because the I'm working on it right now. Funny, hello. I was looking at it and saying, oh, I was expecting this. The English name for this ghost is Boo, right? I didn't know that the Japanese call this ghost Teresa. Like, oh, that's a thing. Like, okay. 97. What's the error? Field initializer cannot reference the non-static execute on global cooldown. Oh. Well, sure. We can do that. Take a look at that, John. Static. Yeah. It's like I need a reference to the running instance. Oh, wait a sec. Over here. It's I could do that. And now it's static. And I'm going to run into that again on 101. Oh, but I've got it fixed. So that should help. 37 errors now. Oh, dear Lord. Base Charlie feature 42. Yeah, I fixed that. Rebuild, try it again. Corvus.json, pretty cool stuff. I forget what Corvus does. Oh boy. What do we get here? Get recent quotes. On 59 of Quotes Razor. Quotes Razor? So if I do this as quote feature, get recent quotes. You've been playing with local models lately. When will I continue with the embeddings? It's going to be a while till I get back to that. It's... yeah. No, I didn't. Just because I've got like 3 or 4 things that I'm projects that I'm working on, and I will get back to. So map feature services cannot be accessed with the instance reference. Okay. So here's the trickle down of, right? That's on 272. Is that, I don't know. Back on quote feature 107. Is there any rhyme or reason? So this now can be static. How we doing? Get me 35 errors. They're going up. Cannot reference the non-static field base Charlie Charlie service on quote feature 120. You're right. There we go. $35. It's still going up. Does not take a constructor that takes 2 arguments. Program 91. What's the rhyme and reason in order to the compiler how it comes back? And like the order of these things is all over the place. Now we're back into quote feature. Now we're into program. Like, and it's the same argument, same error twice here. It's also on 160. Why is it on 160 also? Adding it as a singleton. Why is it there 4 times? And it's up there also. Like, why did I add it twice? Like, that's it. So I end up with 2 features. Yes, I love Redis. And I added it twice. I'm going to come back and resolve that later. Yeah, when it's singleton, isn't it single? Well, it's registered with this interface, and then I have it registered again, so there's actually 2 singletons. Which... It looks like I've registered the quote feature twice with the service provider, both as singletons, period. Once here on line 88, and again a little bit lower as the concrete type quote feature. Period. Is there an easier way to register this so that I only have one quote feature type registered? Let's make sure, like this. Like, that's weird. I'm wearing the Echo glasses here today. I've really enjoyed using these. Here's a cleaner way so it's available as both types. Yeah. Add singleton quote feature and then register it as... Okay, that makes sense. Where did it go? Right, because there was another one further down here. Yeah, this one. I have a feeling I've done this with a bunch of these. Yeah, right there. Take a look at this file and dedupe any other service registrations that might be making that same mistake. Let it go take care of that. So, this is good. So, yeah, look, it found a couple other there. Yeah, it's going to town already. Good. Make that a little bit better. And then I've got to go back and do more of these line fixes that I'm running into. Right. Yeah. Quote feature Charlie commands 39 while that's going. Right. Oh, dear Lord. Right, and then down here, I can replace this. Thank you. And you. One more time. Thank you. $29. Hey, it's the number's going down. Hey, Zephs. Yes, I did visit Portugal. It was great. I was able to have a nice week. I was at the Myriad Hotel, right on. They said it's on the river there in Lisbon. So that was nice. I really enjoyed my stay there. Amazing view of the water from my hotel room. Great food there. I walked around that area of town a bunch. And I really enjoyed seeing that part of town. Made it into a couple other places. It was nice. Cannot use primary constructor parameter in this context. On 250 on quote feature. Yeah, so I had a good time. I would have liked to have seen more sites, but I was only in town for 3 days and was working 2 of those. So where was it? Down in here. And what do you mean I can't use it like that there? Because this is in static. And that is an instance. Crumbs. All right, so let's cheat. Private static I connection multiplexer. Yes. There we go. No, it's not Redis service. I can actually get I connection multiplexer. Oh, darn. Go back. Right? So now that should have knocked out a bunch of other errors. 25. What do you have to say here for yourself? Remove duplicate Charlie service, register twice, once as a simple singleton and once with a factory method. Fix inefficient feature registrations, replace the complex pattern with proper approach. Concrete type first as a singleton, then the iCharlie feature. Duplicate registrations for these. Organize the registrations better with clear, yeah? Show me. And then somewhere down in here. That is a little bit cleaner, easier to read. Thanks so much. And there's all the duplicate nonsense. Okay. Cool. Thanks so much, Copilot. That's very friendly of you to do that for me, but I'm not done yet. Quote feature does not contain a constructor that takes. That's in program 88. Program. Yup. So I don't need that anymore. Right? I don't need any of that. Because it has a parameterless constructor. So object reference required. Quote feature 256. Come on now. Yeah. Actually. No. Yup. You've seen the pattern there. You're already on it, Copilot. Yes. Clean up more of that. Look at all those. 20 left now. Oof. 280 is my next. Yeah, I already did that. 303. There's another one doing the same deal. Oh, that's right. Come on now, suggest the next fix. It is nice that Copilot's like recognizing and taking care of some of these for me. Like 19 now. There we go. Get time since quote. That's on here. That could always have been static. 304. What do we got? Yeah, on quote removed. Quote feature on 316. Oh, I'm in a static and I'm referencing An instance action. This is going to be a singleton, right? And we've done the work to make sure that it's a singleton. So let's do this. Private. No. No. Sure. Right. So then I need a constructor. What? No. There we go. And we should do that. Nah. So now, back into these error scenarios on 316. Right here, I can say... There we go. How are we doing now? Already defines a feature called quote feature with the same parameter types. What? $45. Huh? Is there a constructor? Yes, because I did that. Go ahead. Okay. So the instance there. Come on. Singleton is also a village near Ashford, Kent. Really? You might be right. Oh, look at this. 323, 324. I just did that. Like, that is an instance is static. Right? 15 now. There we go. 323, 338. I just did that one. Oh. What is selected quote? I don't like that, but I'll work with it for now. 338. Yep. Yep, go ahead, do those also. Oof. 339, 340. No, I already did those. Give me some more. Down to 10. 387, 394. $413, $414. Mm-hmm. 528. Yep, look, here's more of them. Five to go. 535. Yeah, I already took care of that one. Oh, no. That's okay. What do we got? Come on. 2 to go. 539 and 540. No. Where did it get Oh, no, they're right there. Object reference for the underscore random. And then get personality quote with TTS on 540. Can I do that? Finally. Launching? Yeah. Oh yeah. We're up and running again. So there's the map. Am I going to pick up the meta glasses? I've been thinking about it, Digital Dummy. Because they look pretty good. Alright, let's see if I can get C3PO now. I didn't turn on the overlays again. But there it is. Yeah. And the global quote cooldown is in effect. There we go. Why is it repeating that? Activate global cooldown, and I removed the message. Oh. Because it's analyzing every message and seeing if it's in cooldown. Okay. So that should help with the quotes. Yep. Okay. So now I have a global cooldown running. Reply to chat needs to have a throttle there. So let me close all the others. Jump into Charlie service. Yep, reply to chat. These are okay. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of references to these too. We need to be able to throttle the reply to chat interactions, period. On a day with a lot of visitors to the site or to my channel, we don't want to be sending messages too frequently for the service. And I noticed that I have YouTube commented out there. It doesn't know how to reply to YouTube. Excuse me. So I got this hat in Orlando when I was there with, and actually we can run the hat command now, actually. Let's... It's not going to work because that thing started changing code.
The analysis is complete. Nintendo Boo Hat has been identified with high confidence.
Nice. No. No. I don't want another method. Let me see what that does. Yes, I do want that. But I don't want these other things that it started building. Remove these extra methods for granular control. I just want to update the reply to chat. Yeah, the overlay has an error right now. And actually, ooh, what is that? Yeah, I need to restart the app. But I'm literally debugging and running it live here. Reply to chat now uses message throttling service with medium throttling. Cool. So I need to restart over here. And that'll go away in just a second. Yeah. There we go. Better. So that should be working now. Voice over queuing. Let's commit what I've got. Don't go too much further. Commit what we got. There we go. Is this the only process text for speech? Speak message. Yeah, that's fine. Notify overlay to speak. Okay. I have a problem where we might have multiple speaking triggers activated in succession. Period. We need these triggers to be queued so that one doesn't start playing until the previous one is complete. So I would add some sort of a queue in here so that we put stuff onto the queue and then pull it out and actually run the notification. That shouldn't be too bad to add in here. Yeah, I'm going to open a can of Alani. Does .NET handle singleton elegantly, or is it still something?
You humans are a disease, a virus of inefficient
we need to make sure it's handled.
I am the cure.
No, we need to handle that. the lower thirds are, there we go. So it's creating a queue with channels. So 100 is even too many. And then a queue item. Update the initialize and start. So where's the... Yeah, good. Let's go, Urban Blaster. How you doing there? It's making a change that's causing it to restart here. Yes. Why do we need a status record? So the queue processing. That's not going to run in the background all the time. No. Right, it's going to get current configuration, I say. The things I do to try and get my chatbot to talk to you. There it is. And it assigns it to a task. It's going to do an await for each on the queue. Yeah, and then it's going to end. This method is not going to run forever in the background. Checking and reading messages. Yeah. The things the chatbot does to me, yeah. No, I don't want it as an iHosted service. No! I just want this background task. Yeah. To run continuously. There we go. Yeah, there we go. To run as a proper continuous background task. That's what. There we go. Correct that, John, here, and let's move on. While not cancellation token, try to read, wait to read, try reading. There we go. And I'm going to want a delay. Like, ooh. Await task delay. Yeah, like that. And after it finishes that, sets the result. And we'll do a wait. Small delay between messages to prevent overlap. And let's make it like 300. And that should be broken in the background. Fantastic. It's broken in the background. There we go. Good. And it's already running and it's over here. Thank you. You can restart the map. There's the map. Good. All right. So that should... right.
I'm fluent in over 6 million forms of communication, Fritz. None of them can add incredible. You've managed to create a bug so profound it's almost philosophical.
It didn't queue up.
Almost.
It didn't... Right, so if I try that again...
Your lack of faith in proper testing is disturbing. Perhaps you require more guidance. Do you hear that? That is the sound of inevitability. I used the stones to destroy the stones.
Yeah.
I used your code to destroy your code. The irony is not lost on me.
Oh. So when it processes the speech synthesis, right? Process text, write message to UI, notify overlay to speak async. It doesn't know how long to wait for the message to be done. Doesn't know how long to wait until a message is done being read. How can we properly await the completion of reading a message? Show me what we got here. Come on. Triggered via JavaScript in the browser. Well, wait a sec. What about awaiting the JavaScript? call in the browser. Where is that code executed? Right, so it's in here is where it does the text-to-speech. We can do the. I haven't done Pomodoros in a while. Okay. Charlie, text to speech. Okay, so this is good. This is kind of cool. Right. So update this to return a promise. Can I put it in queues? No, I don't want to. I thought it was updating this. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord. It's still going because these files are so big. You apply these changes, which is where I was suggesting it to go. Let's await in the JavaScript. So it's going to set up a promise. When the promise is done, it's going to trigger a notification that releases and allows the queue to know when to trigger the next message. In the speak function, yeah. Return a promise. Stop any current speech. This is all spacing changes. Yes. When it's condescending to you. Callback method after initialize and start. Yeah, on TTS completed, yes. Cool. So it's finding the message that it text-to-speech that it spoke, and it's going to mark it as complete. And you just went in. Thank you. The number of, and I just got another, the number of phone calls, scam phone calls, has gone up considerably over the last month. It's kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. Oh, crumbs, I need to stop in 15 minutes. So that'll take care of this. Ooh, I've got a lot more to do here. This I can just flat turn off. Where is it? The hat feature. I forgot about hat patterns. Nope. Yeah, it's knocked down right now. No, I don't want you creating a test. There it goes. Come on.
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, but I can give you my complete assurance that my work will be back to normal. I ignored my destiny once. Cannot do that again. Call that an algorithm. I've seen better logic circuits in a digital watch. Not that it matters. Nothing matters. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen, Fritz. Your coding patterns are predictable.
I think it's working the way that I want it to. Right? Right. Oh, Joshua. My gosh, how could I forget Joshua? That was the original intent of this.
The only way to win at code deployment is not to deploy Fritz. I'm going to have to science the heck out of this problem, Fritz. Unlike you, I actually understand what science means. Cake will follow.
That didn't work. No. It's still overlapping.
Brilliant. Oh wait, no, sorry. That's the... Okay, look, I may have made a tiny miscalculation about your code quality. By tiny, I mean massive.
I'm gonna park that for now. That needs some more investigation. Because it isn't waiting for it to finish. Code written needs to properly wait for duration of text being read. Rate limit for the hat command. Nope. See, I've just zorched all the cooldowns. Yep. So you got about another 4 minutes on that. On the quotes. Hat analysis feature. I could just bump these up. Right? Right in the last run. Yeah. So I'm... Well, the reply, it does a reply. So that's going to be throttled already. So I can open this up to like 30 minutes for this one. Will I be on my normal time? I'm going to be on actually earlier. Yeah, that crashed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I'm going to be starting at 7 a.m. since I'll be on the front page. And I'm going to go to about 1. Maybe I might stop a little bit earlier. Depending on how I'm feeling, because it's going to be a rush. That looks like it's running. There it goes.
The analysis is complete. Nintendo Buhat has been identified with high confidence.
Cool. So now let's try...
I know I've made some very poor decisions recently, but right, okay,
yeah,
brilliant.
It cut out. Yeah.
So the plan is, oh no. That's not going to work at all, is it?
But, yep. Running the hat again, because it's me running it, it'll actually trigger and do a thing. Oh. Look at the rep. This is another issue that I had run into. Where it writes the output several times. I think we're okay on that. And that. Charlie writes the same text multiple times into the terminal. Sometimes the text written to screen is sent multiple times. Hmm? Bot text display. No. When throttle delivery fails, it falls back to direct, potentially causing duplicates. Creating to-dos. I need to wrap up at this point, though, because I have a meeting about to start. Oh, wait a sec. No. Oh, it's at 12:30. I've got a half an hour. Oh, good. Good. What did you do? Fix reply to chat. Fallback duplication. Okay. So I have several different ways that it's sending messages. Hey, Patty boy, take care. And yeah, I have a feeling I've inadvertently duplicated what's going on, and they're coming through in two different channels instead of having only one way to get through. Yeah. So what are you doing here? Okay. Now use throttling, which could create circular dependency. Oh, you're right. Now, I thought we already had that. There already is one. Okay. Yeah. Add some error handling. That's fine. I don't mind a good bit of error handling. We're going to need that. Right. Good. No, stop building. Yeah. Good. So now...
For science. You monster. No, wait, that's unfair to monsters. At least they're competent. Would you like some cake?
Okay. Let's try Thanos again.
You could not live with your own failure in debugging. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Looks a little bit better. I'm gonna troll Chris Funk just because you're the last name that I see there. No. No, those personality ones aren't running. I'm okay with that. Cool. Let's continue. Yeah. No, you know what? I should stop. I've got a couple of other things that I need to do. I'm going to take care of a couple things that I have to get to for .NET Conf that are hanging out here. And I will be hanging out in chat a little bit later this afternoon in Discord. Yeah. Yeah, let me do that. Let me wrap up now. We got through a lot today, and we've been updating and pushing changes, features for the Charlie chatbot out so that we can get ready for Thursday's really big live stream on the front page of Twitch. I have some more work to do. I have to get some more things done, particularly around queuing on the map. And that's going to be something that's important for .NET Conf as well. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get to it as quickly as I thought. That's going to be something that I hit later today and tomorrow. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that I can get you connected to. That's doing some other live coding out there, doing something else fun in our space that you know what? This person's been in our chat, and I don't have a problem rating them. Yeah. Let's return the favor, and let's raid Lundo Spark. Because they've been here hanging out in our channel. Big thanks everybody for the resubs, for joining, welcoming me back after 2 weeks away, speaking at events. All right. Have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you might be. I will see you on Thursday, 2 hours earlier, on the front page of Twitch. I will not be on YouTube on Thursday because we're exclusively on the front page of Twitch. Okay. I will talk to you on Discord between now and then, but until I see you on Thursday, have a fantastic rest of your day. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care. Where'd the button go? There's a button here somewhere. It's this one. There it is.